Good day to everyone. I'm Marcos Jan Pascual, BS Stream 4-4, and I'm going to present the historical perspective on correction. Historical perspective of corrections. In the 13th century, securing sanctuary, a criminal could avoid punishment by claiming refuge in church for a period of 40 days. In the 16th century, transportation of criminals in England was authorized. At the end of this century, Russia and other European countries followed this system. This practice was abandoned in 1835. Goals: the description given to pre-trial detention facilities operated by English sheriff in England during the 18th century. Galleys: long, low, narrow, single-decked ships propelled by sails, usually rowed by criminals, a type of ships used for transportation of criminals in the 16th century. Hulks: these are former warships used to house prisoners in the 18th and 19th century. These were about the warship converted into prisons as means of relieving congestions of prisons. They were called as the floating hells. Ordeal is the charge substitute for a trial until the 13th century, wherein guilt or innocence was determined by the ability of the accused of being extricated through dangerous and painful tests. Charlemagne, Carolus Magnus, gave bishops the power to act as real judge, which enabled bishops' tribunal to rule on secular matters, king of Franks and Roman emperor. In the early codes, Babylonian and Sumerian codes, but in fact, Sumerian codes were nearly 100 years older. In the Roman and Greek codes, a Justinian code, in the 16th century, Emperor Justinian of Rome wrote his code of law, an effort to match a desirable amount of punishment to all possible crimes. However, the law did not survive due to the fall of the Roman Empire, but left a foundation of Western legal codes. In the 12 tables, represented the earliest codification of Roman law incorporated in the Justinian Code. The Greek Code of Draco, Greece, a harsh code that provides the same punishment for both citizens and the slave as it incorporates primitive concepts. The Greeks were the first to allow any citizen to prosecute the offender in the name of the injured party. The Burgundian Code. It is specified punishment according to the social class of offenders, dividing them into nobles, middle class, and lower class, and is specifying the value of the life of each person according to social status. In the early prisons, maritime prisons, the only early Roman place of confinement which is built under the main sewer of Rome in 64 BC. Bridewell, year 1557. The most popular workhouse in London, which was built for the employment and housing of English prisoners. It is used for locking up vagrants, beggars, prostitutes, and other misfits. The St. Bridget's Well, England, first half of correction. Walnut Street Jail, originally constructed as a detention jail in Philadelphia, it was converted into a state prison and became the first American penitentiary.